Here's what happens when Democrats like Gavin Newsom did say that these people are part of an authoritarian government. When the left-wing media lies about what they're doing, when they lie about who they're arresting, when they lie about the actual job of law enforcement, what they're doing is encouraging crazy people to go and commit violence. Your political rhetoric encourages violence against our law enforcement. You can go straight to hell.
That's Vice President J.D. Vance going after Democrats' politically violent rhetoric. It's now on the rise. That rhetoric is wrong. It's false. All of what you heard out of the Democrats. Assaults on ICE officers. Again, we're going to report it up over 1,000%. Now, the Atlantic magazine reports left-wing terrorism is on the rise since Trump's first term. There have been 42 attacks and plots since then. This year, for the first time in more than 3 decades, far-left attacks outpace far-right attacks. Joining us now, House Oversight, Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman, it's great to have you back on. Will Democrats and lawmakers ever say that this is incitement, it's wrong? I mean, the vicious attacks is over the tops. Nobody's being disappeared. It was called deportations under Obama and Clinton. They have way more of that than under Trump.
No, ma'am, they won't. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, of course, are going to the gutter on this one. They need to call this out what it is. It's political violence. And frankly, Senator Cruz is absolutely correct. It needs to stop. But will it? I doubt it. They're in the minority, and they always talk compromise when they're in the minority. But when they're in the majority, they just ram it down our throats. And this is one of those issues I hope we drag the heads of these internet sites, because they're using these algorithms, Liz, to work these folks. We know it. They are doing it. We've seen it with suicide. I mean, there was one case where a suicide where the kid was on an algorithm and he said he was going to hang himself, and they said, no, they showed him how to make a better noose. I mean, this is the kind of dirt bags that we're dealing with this. It is the complete gutter. It comes from the pits of hell, and frankly, that's where we need to send it.
Yeah, House Homeland Security Committee probing social media platforms about how they're handling extremist content. I think it's Discord, GitHub, Reddit, and Twitch. What's your reaction to also this report that dozens of House lawmakers, 31 of them, including Congressman Chip Roy, Byron Donalds, Nancy Mace, Andy Biggs, Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're demanding a new select committee to investigate Antifa and far-left radical groups fomenting political violence. What's going to happen there? Because that means subpoena power to crack into the money and power behind all of this.
Yes, ma'am. I believe I'm on that letter as well, but it has to be approved. That's the key. And in Washington, D.C., nobody likes to turn over power. But I think we need to do that. We need to get those people in. We need to drag them in and get these answers, because they's groups they're fomenting basically anarchy in our streets, and that's exactly what they want. I think it's a two-pronged attack. I think they're coming at us financially. They're trying to send us into the dump fiscally. And then with the violence in the streets, it's the perfect. You see it. If you look at history on any of these communist takeovers, that's exactly what they are. And this latest shooter at the ICE facility, of course, was a Marxist. He was on the Marxist sites and the communist sites, and it is their deal 101. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of this money you see coming through these comes through some of our NGOs, and that means American taxpayers are paying for some of this stuff to be out there.
Okay, Congressman Tim Burchett, thanks for being with us tonight. It's good to see you.